Hello and welcome to the Girl That Went For It podcast. I'm your host, Johanna Scholz, also known as Johanna Liana on Instagram, and author of Believe in Life, How to Dance in the Rain. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, Johanna_Liana, for daily content. And now enjoy this episode. How to make the world a better place, how to become a better person. In this episode, we're going to talk about all of that. And I thought I'd talk a bit about something like a little life update or something that just happened the other day. I don't know if you saw my story, but after Sunday, the last game, I did something to my back. I did something to my neck. It was so sore. So I reached out to my chiropractor and I was like, oh guys, do you have any free appointment this week? Because I did something wrong. And they literally squeezed me in on that day at 9 a.m. And I was like, oh my gosh, this made my week. I am so looking forward to that. It was I think I texted them at 8 a.m. in the morning and I got an appointment at 9 a.m. and I was like, this will make my day. And I'm a person, my goal is to leave people better than I found them, or to just add value to the day, or just add happiness and good vibes to the day. That's what I strive to do with every person that I meet during the day or conversation that I have. And I was just thinking, when I went to the chiropractor, there's such a nice team there. They're so friendly and I just love to chat to them and I really enjoy going there. So they're just a really nice team there and I really enjoy going there. I really enjoy chatting to them about the week or what happened. It's just nice, a nice environment. And when I left, I was like, I'm feeling so good. I mean, not only did my back get aligned and clicked and feeling better, but also it was just a really nice environment. And then afterwards, I grabbed a coffee at a cafe and I like to chat with people, and I talked to one of the baristas about the week, or just life. I can't even tell you what exactly we talked about, but it was just positive vibes, just good feeling. And then I bumped into my soon-to-be mother-in-law, and we had a little chat. And then I went to the beach, and I wrote this podcast episode notes. I wrote these notes, and I was like, I want to talk about how to make the world a better place and how to become a better person. So where do I start? In one of my last episodes, I talked about energy givers and takers. And I want to be an energy giver. I want to make people feel better. I don't want to steal people's energy. I don't want to complain. I don't want to moan. We all have down days, and that's totally fine. And honestly, it's okay to have a down day and talk about it to friends. And sometimes you just have to let it all out. But you know what I love about my friends and the circle that I chose, the people I surround myself with? I always feel better when I leave. And I know that I didn't bring them down, because my circle, we help each other. We fill up each other's cup when we're running low on energy. You know what I mean? And my goal is as well, I always try to make people's life better, or not, I don't even have to try. I think I just want to be an energy giver. I don't want to steal anyone's energy. And I feel we can make the world a way better place and become a better person when we decide to spread good vibes, or just to radiate good energy, positivity. I know we can't be positive all the time, and we don't have to be happy all the time, but I feel just making it a goal to, not even a goal, it just should come naturally, but maybe you have to set it a goal at the start, but to lighten up the day of someone. It can start with just a simple smile, or a compliment, or just being nice, holding the door open for someone. Just little acts of kindness can make the world a better place. And how beautiful is it to meet people along the way and leave them, or leaving a conversation, making them feel better about themselves. I think that's just a beautiful gift everyone can give someone, to make them feel better about themselves. So I used to work in a gym, when I think I started working in the gym when I was 19 back in Germany. and it was a women's gym, and I just loved helping women to live a healthier and happy life. But I know that with gym, there comes firstly a lot of anxiety to signing up in a gym, a lot of limiting beliefs, stepping out of your comfort zone. And it was really important. I found it really important to make every person, I mean, that's also what I got taught. And that's kind of cool that in my studies, and I studied sports economics, so it was also a lot of marketing, but working in a gym, like having the real life experiences with people, like women coming in, for me it was really important. And that's also something I learned, and I'm glad I did. But because when you go to a gym yourself and you've been to gyms for ages, it's not that overwhelming for you anymore. But for every new person that walks in, it is such a huge step out of the comfort zone to walk into a gym. Maybe that's the first time they stepped into a gym. And for me, it was so important to make every person feel welcomed when they come in. Spreading good energy, good vibes, positivity, because I know how hard it must have been. Not for all of them, but for a lot of people, it's hard to take the first step into a gym and being like, hey, I'm here to work on my health, or I need help with losing weight, or whatever it is. It's like a huge step out of the comfort zone. Or for some people, it's not, because maybe they've been they've been gym members for a long time in different gyms or whatever. But for a lot of people, it's a huge step out of the comfort zone. So for me, the goal was always, I want to make people feel welcomed. I want to make people feel good about themselves for coming in and talking about their goals and what they want to change in their lives. I never want to make anyone feel bad about themselves. The only goal is to uplift people, to encourage people to keep going, to tell them how proud you are of them, for choosing themselves and for stepping up and for doing that step. And saying this to people, especially like when I worked in the gym, or like just telling them, hey, amazing that you're here and you want to change something in your life, I feel like is such a, like, I don't know, that's just, I love doing that, and I love encouraging people to live their best life, and I love making people feel better about themselves. And imagine everyone on this world would do that. Like, imagine just half of the people on this planet would have the goal to make other people feel better. I think that would change the world. That would change a lot in our society if the goal was always, I mean, it doesn't have to be a goal, it's just something that is to leave people better than you found them, to make people stay. But here as well, to do that without expecting anything back, to do this, like to make people feel better selflessly, is that how you say it? Without expecting anything back, just because, yeah, you want to be kind, you want to make the world a better place, you want to be a better person. How good would that be if that would, like, half of the population would do that? Especially in a world where a lot of people struggle with mental health, I think it is so important to always be kind, because you have no idea what's going on behind the wall, or you have no idea what's going on at home, you have no idea what people are struggling with. So I feel like it's even more important to be kind and to show kindness and to just be a kind person. And it is such a simple task to simply be kind, and maybe just to smile, to just, like I said, like little acts, like holding the door open, or getting, let's say at the supermarket, getting a trolley for a person, or I don't know, if you see someone struggling with their bags, just helping the person. Just kindness, you will make their day, and they will think back and they're like, oh, there was this kind person that helped me with my groceries today, or whatever it is. And it might feel a bit weird at the first time, but the more you do it, the easier it will get, because there's nothing more beautiful than being kind, honestly. And I feel like I can actually explain like something, because I mean, I lived in Germany for 23 years. I'm turning 28. So I've lived in New Zealand for 5 years. And I just see the difference. New Zealand is like such a kind country. Like people are so friendly, so welcoming. And it is so different in Germany. I mean, the population is bigger. I don't know if it's that or whatever, but you can see the difference. You can feel the difference. Like if, for example, in Germany, someone at the coffee shop would ask you how your day was and what you've been up to, what you're doing for the rest of the day, it would be a bit like, that's a bit weird. Or let's say you go shopping in like a mall and you go to H&M or wherever, and the person at the checkout will ask you like, oh, what have you been up to today? Blah, blah, blah. It would be a bit weird in Germany. Or even like a stranger talking to you, you would be like, what do you want from me? Whereas in New Zealand, it is so normal. Like honestly, at the supermarket, the people at the checkout, they pack your bag and they talk to you. They have like a little small talk, which sometimes, like, it's your local supermarket. So, I mean, that's probably also different in Germany when you go to your local little supermarket. But here, the supermarkets, the Pack and Saves are quite big. So they will pack your bag and they talk to you and ask how your day was and just really like kind. And you can tell it's not maybe they get taught that you have to be kind to people at the checkout, which is amazing to get taught that and to be kind. But when I think back in Germany, some people at the checkout, they just like slam through your groceries and they look really miserable and they're not having a good day, and you can just pick up the energy and it's like, I want to get out of the supermarket. Whereas in New Zealand, it is so chill. It's like, it's the whole vibes, like it's so different. And actually doing groceries here in New Zealand, I don't mind doing it. I remember in Germany, I didn't like it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is leave people better than you found them, or like add value to people's day. And it doesn't have to be something super big. Like I said, it can just be a smile. It can just be a friendly, hey, how are you? Just something like super simple. I also used to work in the gym here in New Zealand. And I remember at the start, because my first job, because I traveled to New Zealand September 2019, and then I started working in New Zealand 2020. So January, just after I got my visa approved for working here. And I remember I started at the gym and I was quite shy at the start because my English wasn't that good yet, and I got thrown into the deep end, honestly. But I feel like in every kind of job, a lot of people get like just thrown into the deep end and they just have to figure out how to do things. And I remember my first shift by myself at the gym, I was really shy. I was like this new girl. I feel like everyone knew each other in the gym, which wasn't the truth, but I just started learning the language. I mean, I could speak English, but I wasn't as confident in speaking English, and so on and so forth. But I knew that I could just smile and be friendly, and I'll be warming up soon. I knew like it will take some time, and I tried, like I had to step out of my comfort zone. But I just loved when people came into the gym, especially when we had the community group coming in. They were like in their 70s, 80s. It was always so nice to have a chat to them and to just be positive, and they spread the positivity back, and like it's such a good environment. And then when they leave, they're like, yeah, see you next time, see you next week, will you be here? Like just so positive, and that will just make your day. Like imagine it would have been like the other way around, like everyone's miserable and oh yeah, see you next week. Like how dark would that place be, or like how sad? You know what I'm trying to say? Like when you spread positivity, when you spread good vibes, and you spread energy, good high vibration, you will get it back, and it will make your life so much better. It will make you a better person. It will make others hopefully better people, and it will make the world just better. I want to share like 3 questions today that you can ask yourself, that you can journal about, or like just think about, and it will help you to become a better person or to make the world a better place. Well, if you become a better person, the world will become better, right? If everyone had the goal of becoming a better person, the world would be a better place. So the first question is, what small actions can I take today or each day to spread kindness and positivity? I mentioned a few before, like just a simple smile, compliments, opening the door for someone, holding the door open for someone. It's like you can spread kindness like that.
helping someone with the grocery bags, or putting the trolley back for someone, like those little things. Just make like a list with all the things you can do to spread kindness and positivity. I actually want to share one thing here. I went to a coffee cart, like it must have been 2 years, or I don't know when it was, like it was some time ago. And I went up to order my coffee, and the person said, "Oh, the person in front of you just paid for the next coffee." So I turned around and the person was already in the car, and I was like, that's so kind. First of all, I love coffee. I was just so grateful. I was like not expecting that someone, like a stranger, would pay for my coffee. I think the person didn't even see who was the next person. They were just like, I'm going to pay the next coffee. So they paid it forward. And so when it was my turn, I was like, yes, I would like to order a soy flat white. And then that person said, oh, the person just before you paid for your coffee. And I turned around and saw the person sitting in the car, and I'm like, thank you so much. And I was just like so filled with positivity and so much gratitude for that person, like the stranger, to paying for my coffee. So that could be one thing as well, because we all have like some spare coins probably to pay for coffee, but it doesn't have to be something like you don't have to pay for someone. You can just do like a simple act of kindness, like I said, carrying someone's groceries or whatever it is. The second question is, what habits or behaviors do I need to let go of in order to become a more compassionate and empathetic individual? I thought I'd just share like a little example. For example, if one of your habits is like the habit of quick judgment, like judging people, try to approach like an open mind and a willingness to understand a person instead of coming from like the place of judging a person. Question number 3 is, how can I prioritize personal growth in order to positively impact those around me? Here, for example, by dedicating time each week to, for example, journal, to reflect on your week and how you feel. Maybe also reading books about how you can impact the life of people around you. So there's so many things. So yeah, those 3 questions. What small actions can I take today to spread kindness and positivity? What habits or behaviors do I need to let go of in order to become more compassionate and empathetic? An empathetic individual. Is it called like that? Empathetic? Because yeah, you know what I mean. And how can I prioritize self-growth, personal growth, in order to positively impact the life of others? I hope you enjoyed this episode, and give this a like. Follow me for more episodes, and I hope you have an amazing day.